It's Flashback Monday. Uh, Recording this a day early because I might have to work tomorrow, so I wanted to get this done and in the, I don't know, stratosphere, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it. But anyways, this is Flashback Monday, and this is November 2017. And I think November's list is kind of small. I did find a couple of extras that weren't in the main list. It's like, I know this author puts them out in November. And December's list is even smaller, much smaller. So, hey, and this is the D. Louise book series. This is where we read books, talk about books, no special effects, no theme music, no fancy schmancy stuff going on here. And I'm Christina, Kristina, and we are doing November 2017. There's quite a few of these books that I'm like, oh, I need to add these to my 2BR. And then some of these books I have done on the D. Louise book series. So please go check out my reviews of these individual books on my channel. First book, Veronica Henley, Murder for Nothing. Let's see. Ellie Quick believes in helping people in trouble, but it would appear that her latest good deed has returned to bite her when she takes in a weeping girl who needs somewhere to stay. Selfish, thoughtless, and irresponsible, Angelica is by no means the easiest of house guests. Confident that someone else will always pick up the bill, but when a dead body is found in the garden the morning after a riotous party she's organized, Angela plunges Ellie's household into a situation too hot for any of them to handle. A lady that has been around for a while. Danielle Steele, Perfect Past. Sybil and Blake Gregory have established a predictable, well-ordered Manhattan life. She is a cutting-edge design authority museum consultant. He in a high-tech investments, raising their teenagers Andrew and Caroline and their 6-year-old Charlie. But everything changes when Blake is offered a dream job he can't resist as CEO of a startup company in San Francisco. He accepted without consulting his wife and buys a magnificent, irreducibly underpriced historic Pacific Heights mansion as their new home. The past and present suddenly collide for them in the elegant mansion filled with tender memories and haunting portraits. When an earthquake shocks them through the night, they arrive. The original inhabitants appear for brief moments. In the ensuing days, Gregory's meet the large and lively family who lived there a century ago. Are they ghosts? If they lived there a century ago, are they ghosts? We have done this book on the D. Louise book series channel, so please check it out. Caitlin done it. While pursuing auctioned items from the Chadwick estate, Liz purchases a painting of a bagpiper to add to her collection. Her interest shifts from art to sleuthing upon a strange discovery. What appears to be a treasure map tucked behind the canvas, she's even more intrigued when she links the scroll to an early Chadwick who smuggled goods across the Canadian border. It's good. Check out my video. Oh. There she is. Miss America Cat. There she is. She's so good. She my co-host. She wants me to move to the other side of town so she can be in my videos on her pink bed. This is the blue side of town, or the Regency side of town. Anyways, another lady we have done on my channel, Jenn Mckinlay, Death in the Stacks. Lindsay Norris and her staff are gearing up for the Briar Creek Library's annual Dinner in the Stacks fundraiser. I gotta go look. I gotta see if there's a new one coming out of this soon. I gotta put this on my 2026 TBR file. The night of dinner and dancing is not only a book lover's dream, it's the library's biggest moneymaker of the year. But instead of raising funds, the new library board president is busy raising a stink and making the staff miserable. Although Olive Boyle acts like a storybook village, Lindsay's determined to work with her and make the event a success. But when Olive publicly threatens the library's newest hire, Paula, Lindsay cracks an old book spine and throws Olive out of the library. It's good. It's good. You have to check it out. Now this, we've been doing Molly! We've been doing Molly, so please check out my list for Molly. Rice Bowen. We still gotta do she has another series we gotta do. Oh look. Someone left their receipts for the book in their donated book. Semi-retired private detective Molly Sullivan is suffering from depression after a miscarriage following her adventure in San Francisco during the 1906 earthquake. She, her husband Daniel, and Liam are invited for Christmas at a mansion of the Hudson, and they gratefully accepting a peaceful and relaxing holiday season. Not long after they arrive, they start to feel the tension in the house atmosphere. Then they learn the host couple's young daughter wandered out in the snow 10 years ago and was never seen again. Not good. Linwood Barclay, parting shots. Promise Falls, a once idyllic community struggling to recover from a catastrophic act of revenge, finds it's still home to looking to the exact brand of justice. Their latest target is Jeremy, a teenager who enraged the public by driving drunk, killing a girl, and getting off lightly. Strangers on the internet are tracking his every move, and they are set on retribution. What's gonna happen? What is gonna happen to him? I hope it's not a mob mentality type situation. I don't like those situations. I don't. I'm gonna start reading these, I think. Death in St. Petersburg, Tasha Alexander. After the final curtain of Swan Lake, an animated crowd exits the Mariinsky Theater, brimming with excitement from the night's performance. But outside the scene is somber. A ballerina's body lays face down in the snow. Blood spattered like rose petals over the costume of the Swan Queen. The crowd is silenced by a single cry, Netzamitsa is dead. Among the theatergoers is Lady Emily, accompanying her husband Colin in Russia on assignment from the Crown. But only soon becomes clear that Colin isn't the only one with work to do. When the dead ballerina's aristocratic lover comes begging for justice, Emily must apply her own set of skills to discover the rising star's murder. You know, it's bath time. Put all the good ones here. Karen Kingsbury. In this moment, Luke Baxter, a lawyer specializing in religious freedom cases, takes on the flight of his life when public high school principal Wendell Quinn is sued for starting an after-school Bible study called Raise the Bar. Wendell has already lost the love of his life because of the program, but still refuses to end it. Thanks to the program, Hamilton High has been seen a dramatic decrease in the drug abuse, violence, and teenage pregnancies that once plagued the students' population. However, this lawsuit threatens to bring everything to a screeching halt. See what happens. It's Laura Lee, the E lady. When I think of her books, I think of E. E-R-O-T-I-C-A. Angel Calloway is no saint, but when the rough and reckless mercenary shows up in Somerset, she makes a lasting impression on the young McKay girls, especially Bliss. Her mother, Chaya, on the other hand, plans on keeping a suspicious eye on Angel as the wife of the notorious Natchez McKay. She can tell when her family is being played. Lee Child. The series is on Amazon Prime. And the guy that plays him on Amazon Prime is a hell of a lot better than Tom Cruise. Sorry. But the guy on Amazon Prime is Reacher. Is Big Reacher. Aww. It's a little girl. She's just a little girl. It's her. She's sleeping. Bath time is over. Let's see what Reacher's up to this time. Reacher takes a stroll through a small Wisconsin town and sees a class ring in a pawn shop window. West Point, 2005. A tough year to graduate. Iraq, then Afghanistan. The ring is tiny for a woman, and it has her initials engraved on inside. Reacher wonders what unlucky circumstances made her give up something she earned over 4 hard years. He decides to find out and find the woman and return her ring. Why not? So begins a harrowing journey that takes Reacher through the upper Midwest from a low-life bar on the sad side of a small town to a dirt-blown crossroads in the middle of nowhere, encountering bikers, cops, crooks, muscle, and a missing persons PI. We did all of these on the D. Louise book series, so check them out. Victoria Thompson. And if you haven't seen The Gaslight, Sarah Brandt, I did all those too. Check them out. Like most women, Elizabeth Miles assumes many roles. Unlike most, hers have made her a woman on the run. Living on the edge of society, Elizabeth uses her guile to relieve so-called respectable men of their ill-gotten gains. Brutal and greedy entrepreneur Oscar Thornton is out for blood. He's lost a great deal of money and is not going to forgive a woman for outing him. With his thugs hot on her trail, Elizabeth seizes the moment to blend in with a group of women who have an agenda of their own. She never expects to like or understand these privileged women, but she soon comes to respect their interests, forming an unlikely bond with the wealthy matriarch of the group, whose son, Gideon, is the rarest of species, a honest man in a dishonest world. I hear romance coming. The lady that started it all. Absolutely all of it. If it wasn't for her, there'd be no Kenyon. There'd be no Harris. There'd be no Laurel K. There'd be no J.R. Ward. She started it all. The mummy of Ramses the Dam. Having drunk the elixir of life, he is now Ramses the Dam, doomed forever to wander the earth, desperate to quell hungers that can never be satisfied for food, wine, or women. Reawakened in opulent Edwin London, he becomes Dr. Ramsay, expert in Egyptology. He also becomes the close companion of voluptuous, adventurous Julie Safford, heiress to a vast shipping fortune and the center of a group of jaded aristocrats with appetites of their own to appease. We've done all of these on the D. Louise Book Series Channel 2. Alex Cross. Alex Cross has always upheld the law, but now he's on the wrong side of it. Followers of his nemesis Gary Sanjay are dead, and Cross is charged with gunning them down in a blood cobra. Detective Cross knows he acted in self-defense, but will the jury see him as another policeman gone over the edge? As Cross prepares to prove his innocence, his former partner John Sampson brings him a gruesome, salacious video tied to the mysterious disappearance of several young women. Despite Cross's suspension from the department, he can't refuse the case. The illicit investigation leads him to the darkest corners of the internet. See what happens. Oh, where's my thing? I started doing her touristy thing, and I couldn't get it. Maybe we should try this part of series. Check out those videos if you haven't seen them. Ever since her business partner Shauna fell for a wealthy landowner in town, Kat Latimer has been working double time to keep her Aspen Hills Writers Retreat running. And with the January session almost underway, the spells trouble. As if scheduling mishaps aren't disaster enough, Shauna skips out on kitchen duties one morning, forcing Kat to serve unsuspecting guests store-bought muffins. Oh, good God, store-bought muffins. Oh, my God, the world has ended. But best laid plans really go awry when Shauna discovers her beau missing from their bed. When his body later turns up in the horse barn, they quickly find out the victim's scandalous lifestyle left many dying for revenge. Oops. Hark the Angels. We've also done this series on the D. Louise Book Series channel. In Rudolph Christmas in July, Santa's arrival by boat to begin his summer vacation at the lake, and Mary Wilkinson, owner of Mrs. Claus Treasures, is looking forward to a busy weekend. But she's caught off guard when her ex-fiancé, Mac Folger, unexpectedly arrives with a team from a lifestyle magazine wanting to do a feature on the July festivities. But Mac sort of kind of ends up dead. Miss Foster. There's Miss Foster behind me over here. Miss Foster, the lady that went into the boxing ring. The ah, the ones I read on here. All the books she wrote. The brothers, Simon and all the rest of them. They're not listed under her available books. MMA fighter Miles Dartman casual arrangement with personal shopper Max Never would be many men's fantasy. She seeks them out. They have mind-blowing sex. She leaves. Rinse, repeat. Yet lately, Miles wants more, and when Maxie requests his services via the Body Armor Security Agency, he's ready to finally break through her defenses and protect her night and day. Ooh. We have done every one of these ladies' books except the little FBI series she did. I'm gonna do those soon. There's only like 6 of those. But if you haven't followed my thing, I made a whole list of Miss Evanovich's thing, and we're talking Stephanie Plum, we're talking Ranger, we're talking Grandma Mazzal, we're talking Lula and Connie and Vinny, the whole 9 yards. Hardcore 24. You read the books in order. It's 1 for the money, 2 for the dough, 3 to get deadly, 4 score, high 5, hot 6, 7 up, hard 8s to the 9s. Trouble comes in bunches for Stephanie Plum. First professional grave robber and semi-professional loon Simon Diggory won't let her take him in until she agrees to care for his boa constrictor Ethel. Stephanie's main qualification for babysitting an extremely large snake is that she owns a gun. Whether that's used on the wandering serpent or the petrified neighbor remains to be seen. Events take a dark turn when the headless bodies start appearing across town. Initially, it's just corpses from a funeral home and the morgue that have had the heads removed. But when a homeless man is murdered and dumped behind a church, Stephanie knows that she's the only one with the prayer of catching the killer. And Diesel shows up. And I'm not a Diesel fan. I'm really not. Just to be honest there. This is a series I'm going to look into. Much Ado About Murder. Elizabeth Duncan. Costume designer Charlotte Fairfax has another murder on her hands as she prepares for the latest performance of the Catskill Shakespeare Company. Much Ado About Nothing. The company is finally able to hire Audrey Ashley, a legitimate star of the British stage, to play the leading role of Beatrice. But things immediately get more complicated when Audrey insists the company replace the current director with up-and-comer Edmund Albert. Edmund plans to change the popular romantic comedy, and Charlotte hears the grumbles backstage as his vision is revealed. The list of people he upsets only grows. The later former director, the hotel secretary, even Audrey herself. Just as Edmund's plans are about to come to fruition, he's discovered dead. Who murdered him? We gotta find out. Carolyn Haynes. In the isolation of Waverly, Razor's special gift, her abilities to see and communicate with the dead, puts a target on her back. The entity that resides at Waverly Mansion covets Razor's sensitivity. But Razor is not the only one in danger. She and her partner Reginald Proctor must save 8-year-old Amanda Sheridan from the dark forces roaming the grounds of Waverly. The bitter plays a major role in the nightmare of the present, and Razor and Reginald must find the answers to who or what was Nora Bailey, a woman reputed to be not only a Union spy in the heart of the South, but also one whose proximity, I can't say it, promiscuity with the men. Telephone interruptus. I lost my train of thought. Where were The Cowboy Christmas. Donna Grant. 'Tis the season for ex-Navy SEAL Clayton East to come home for the holidays, even if the mood at home is anything but festive. His father is ill, the East Ranch is in financial trouble, and now it's on Clayton, the prodigal son, to make sure his family doesn't lose everything. Headstrong Abby Harper is like a mother to her younger brothers who she's helped raise since she was a teenager. Keeping them in line is no small task for Abby while she's also working toward her college degree. And now that one of her brothers has been arrested for stealing cattle at the East Ranch, Abby is at a wit's end. But there is a silver lining. Clayton East, he believes in second chances and is willing to give her brother a chance. And a romance too? A cowboy for all seasons, Macy Yates. June Gable left each of her 4 granddaughters a handwritten bequest to spend a season at her beloved farmhouse in Jasper Creek before they sell it. These cousins were once as close as sisters, but time and family betrayals have pushed them apart. In spring, published city girl Kira must find her country roots and connect with an old flame. In the summer, tough tomboy JJ needs to tap in her softer side while helping a single dad and his daughters. Cheerful dreamer Lila has to coordinate the town craft fair in autumn. Under the stern eye of the handsome cowboy she loved as a girl, and winter falls, headstrong, independent Bella must learn to ask for help from the one man she believes she can never have. There you go. And our final book, and they're up there. They're up there behind my great-grandparents. The Someone series, and a new one just came out a couple of months ago, and I want to go get. I have to get it. It's on my TBR to be purchase list. I'm just waiting for the price to go down a little bit. Of course, it could show up in the shop, then I'll buy it. But Someone to Wed, the Someone series. We've talked about this a few times on the channel. When Alexander Westcott becomes the new Earl of Rivendell, he inherits a title he never wanted and a failing country estate he can't afford, but he intends to do everything in his power to undo years of neglect and give the people who depend on him a better life. A recluse for more than 20 years, Wren Hayden wants one thing out of her life. With her vast fortune, she sets her sights on buying a husband, but when she makes the desperate and oh-so-dashing Earl a startling, unexpected proposal, Alex will only agree to a proper courtship, hoping for at least friendship and respect to develop between them. He is totally unprepared for the dire that overwhelms him when Wren finally lifts the veil that hides the secrets of her past. And could you not put the price tag over the person's face? I'm serious. So that's the end of November. Wait a second. Let me just do something real quick. Okay, let's just do this real quick. I may do a longer. If anybody would like a longer video, put it in the comments. But we have. This is I found the Only a Promise. Only a Kiss. Only Enchanted. Only Beloved. Okay. And those were the Survivor clubs. And then the Westcotts. I only have a few. Someone to Love. Someone to Wed. Someone Perfect. Someone to Romance. And Someone to Hold. So I am working on getting the series. I just I haven't collected too many. But anyway, those are those. And Miss Foster is back here. And Kate Causing Havoc, Murphy's Law, Simon Says, Jude's Law, Forever and Everything, and the brothers, Clint and Bryce and the rest of them. I have those too. So anyways, if you could please hit the like and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. And check in next week for a very small version of Flashback Monday for December, because I don't even think there's 20 books for December. I may have to go looking for a few. So please hit the like and subscribe. Thank you so much for tuning in. And don't forget, If Then on Fridays and Star Trek Voyager Fridays. And we're reading Eve Dallas every Saturday. And we do an unboxing every Sunday. Have a good one.